My name is Katie and welcome to my video. Today is going to be my September book haul. I didn't intend to buy this many books in September, but what else is new? I thought maybe we'll just start with my book of the month books and then go from there. First book I got from book of the month is The End of October by Lawrence Wright. This is about a pandemic, except the pandemic in this book seems to be a lot worse than ours is. Something about a hemorrhaging fever. Look, it sounds horrifying. But it also appears to be kind of a political book in that the author isn't just talking about the pandemic and the effects it's having on people. He's also talking about how different governments are reacting. So I'm wondering how much of this he took from real life. But then I'm also curious to know, like, how fast can you really write and get a book published for it to be out in September? So I don't know. Maybe he was just prophetic. Next I got One by One by Ruth Ware. I don't know what this is about, but if Ruth Ware wrote it, I'm probably picking it up. I also picked up Transcendent Kingdom by Jesse. I didn't read Homegoing, but if this one's good, I'll probably pick that up. This follows a woman named Gifty, and she is studying for a PhD in neuroscience. I believe her topic that she's studying is trying to find the scientific basis of suffering. So that sounds like it's gonna be pretty good, if a little heartbreaking. Next, I grabbed A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. This is the follow-up to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, which is a book in which aliens make first contact, and we're following the woman who happens to be the one who basically first kind of puts the information about them out on the internet. Like, she saw them and uploaded a video about it before pretty much anybody else did, and like overnight she becomes famous. And this is a follow-up to that, so I'm not going to say much about what happens here because like the first line of the synopsis is a spoiler for the first book. I then picked up Persepolis Rising by James S. A. Corey. This is book 7 in the Expanse series. I read books 4 and 5 this month, and I'm currently reading book 6. And then I own book 8, but I didn't own book 7, so I thought I'd rectify that. I then picked up Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Brittany from Literarily Smitten told me that I must read this, so I picked it up so she and I can buddy read it in December. I'm a little nervous because it's very large, but she has assured me that it is excellent, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. The next book I grabbed is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. I got this from Owlcrate. I don't have an active Owlcrate subscription just because I found that a lot of the books I wasn't reading, and then I didn't know what to do with all the like merch that came with the stuff. So I decided it just wasn't for me anymore. But occasionally I'll pick up, if they have extra boxes in their shop and it's a book I particularly want, I'll pick that up. Or if it's a one of their special edition boxes for a book I want, I'll grab that as well. So I grabbed this one because I really loved the special edition cover that they had for Owlcrate. It's signed as well, which is really cool. And this book deals with magicians and a circus, and I love both of those things. So I'm happy to have this one. I also grabbed Ray Bear by Jordan Ufueko. If you saw my Femme Fatale readathon TBR, you'll have seen this. I love this cover, for one. For two, it's a book that has a competition in it, which I love. And I've heard that the world building in this is fabulous, and that appeals to me. So I'm pretty excited to get to this one, and the Femme Fatale starts on 27th of September. I'm filming this on the 20th of September, so I don't actually have that long to wait, although by the time you see this, I'll probably have already started it. Okay, I had to take a break because my camera overheated, so if things look a little different, that's why. The Bookshop of Broken Hearts. Or no, The Bookshop of the Brokenhearted by Robert Hillman. This book takes place in like 1960s Australia in like a small town. I mainly picked it up because it said bookshop in the title. I'm easy. If it says book, I'm probably going to buy it. However, there's some other interesting things going on. There is a woman who is Hungarian, and she shows up to Australia, this small town in Australia, and she is determined to make this bookstore idea she has work. There's a man who lives in this town, and he has read like one book in his entire life. But he's drawn to the woman who's opening the bookstore. And I feel like it's going to be one of those things where books help them heal from their past. I hope that's the case. If that is the case, I know I'm going to love it. The next book I picked up is Punching the Air by Evie Zaboy and Yusuf Salam. I like Evie Zaboy. I've read Pride by her, and I really enjoyed the writing style, so I thought I would pick this one up as well. The topic in this one is a little bit heavy. It follows a teenage boy who is black, and he's an artist. However, he ends up being convicted of a crime that he didn't commit and sent to jail. And I think it just explores like racism in the incarceration system and things of that nature. I want to get to this, but I know it's going to be one of those that's like a tough read. So I don't know if I can say I'm looking forward to it, because I know it's going to be a hard one. But I really do love the way Evie Zaboy writes, so I think overall it's going to be a read that I get a lot out of. The next book I picked up I also talked about in my Femme Fantail Readathon TBR, and that is Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This follows a woman named Cassiopeia who inadvertently frees a Mayan death god, and they go on a journey. I picked this up because I read Mexican Gothic and absolutely loved the way Silvia Moreno Garcia writes, and I've heard people say that they actually preferred this one to Mexican Gothic, and I'm not sure how that's possible. So I'm really eager to start this pretty soon. The next book I picked up is Katherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. This book has been getting terrible reviews. If you look at its Goodreads page, it's like in the low 3 stars overall. But it's like a gothic, dark academia type of tale, and I like that. I also find that a lot of times I like books that other people hate. So hopefully this works for that. The cover is gorgeous. It's called Katherine House. My name is Katherine. It's not how my name is spelled, but still. So I want to read this. I think I'm going to put it on my October TBR. The next book I grabbed kind of on a whim is Juneteeth by Ralph Ellison. I don't know a ton about it. It was just sitting on a table with a couple of the other books I picked up and sounded interesting. It follows a senator who is dying, and he asks his adoptive father to tell him something while he still has time. It doesn't really say exactly what he's trying to learn, but I assume it has something to do with how he was orphaned and came to be raised by the man who adopted him, who happens to be a preacher. So I will be picking this up. I'm not totally sure when, although there is a blurb on the back that says, Juneteeth threatens to come as close as any since Huckleberry Finn to grabbing the ring of the great American novel. And that sounds appealing to me, so I'll pick this up at some point. The final book in this larger than it should have been haul is The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. I've been hearing a lot of praise for Colson Whitehead recently, and this sounds like it's going to be devastating, but like it should be read. It follows a couple boys who get sentenced to a reform school that is not really reforming anybody. It just seems to be like a torture situation. I'm not sure if like, what this book would be classified as, because, like, it feels literary, but given some of the descriptions of what goes on at the school, it almost seems like it could be horror. And I know Colson Whitehead has written a book that I believe is classified as horror before. So I'm not sure exactly what to expect with this. I just know that it's probably going to turn my stomach. And I know that that seems counterintuitive. Like, why would you want to read a book that's going to make you feel ill? I like to read books that make me feel uncomfortable. Basically, is what it boils down to. I don't have to feel comfortable and safe within a book to make it a good read. Sometimes I like things to shake me up a little bit. And I think this, along with Juneteeth, will probably be that type of book. So this one will probably happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to get to it. And that's it. That's my haul. I'm pretty sure in my August haul I said that my book hauls weren't going to be very large after August, but I lied. I also do believe I told somebody that I wouldn't be buying any books for the rest of the year. Also, I lied again. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments. If you want to read any of these books, let me know that too. If you like my content, subscribe. Stick around. I'd love to see you in my comments. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.